Good morning, Cubs fans, and may the 4th be with you this happy Monday, Star Wars Day, where the Cubs have just finished sweeping the Diamondbacks, and they've won 5 straight now after they won 2 or 3 against the Padres in that split West Coast road trip. Cubbies looking good. It's a solid team. Everybody watching lately has really given up on their April pessimism when the team was playing 500 ball in the cold. But things are looking really good. I mean, you look at that NL Central, everybody's above 500, and not by just a little bit. I mean, at this point, the Pirates even 3 games above. So we're beating all the other teams in all the other leagues. And I mean, you got to hand. I mean, we're a sleeper division. People don't give us any credit. In fact, they make fun of us. But then they're like, they don't realize that like Paul Skeens is on what you think is the worst team because I mean, people are slow to realize this stuff. But it's a tough division, and we got the Reds coming in now. And to be honest, I'm not that scared of the Reds, even though they've beaten us the last couple of years, because although they were in first place and they're now in second, so they lost a couple games. Well, we won. The Reds have not faced the most formidable opponents thus far this year. The Cubs have certainly faced better teams. Not all, but we did face the Dodgers already, and we had the Phillies and the Mets, although we caught them at a pretty hilarious time in their season on these giant losing streaks and these skids. They fired their manager even because of it. So we got a manager fired already. That's hilarious. But, I don't count the Mets and the Phillies out by any means. But Central Division, I mean, nothing to sneeze at. Why would you sneeze at anything? Why would you sneeze at a person? And I mean, is there something that you should sneeze at? Like, hey, sneeze at that thing because not it's not good. It's a terrible thing, so you have to sneeze at it. Or is it a weak thing? You sneeze at weak things, but you don't sneeze at strong things. I mean, I don't really understand the phrase, but I digress. What a beautiful cemetery and a beautiful day. It's going to be in the 70s today. Good night to go out to the ballpark if you have the time, because I bet you it's still going to be inexpensive to go. So go check on one of those secondary sites. Do not buy tickets from the Cubs. It's stupid. You can get them cheaper elsewhere on one of the secondary sites. I'm not going to mention any because I think all that stuff gets you shadow banned, and why would I advertise for them? Unless it's one of the secondary sites where you could use code, I don't know, Ranter and get some money off. I don't know, try it. Maybe it works. But, oh man, this freaking season started off slow. Let's face it. It was, didn't give us a lot of hope. The injuries have certainly bitten us. The fact that Justin Steele had a setback and he is probably coming back, but you can't really hang your hat on it at this point because you're just thinking, well, is there going to be another setback? And then Matthew Boyd was on the shelf, but he looked good yesterday. I don't expect we're going to get the same season out of him like we did last year, but he could still be a pretty solid pitcher in the middle of your rotation. You're going out there with a bunch of 2s and 3s, but you certainly have some depth. It's being tested, though. We've had guys like Charlie Barnes out there pitching and dudes from the minor leagues that we didn't expect to see. So the depth is being tested. Even yesterday's game, is it Corbin Martin, I think, that was pitching? I mean, they've got Riley Martin, Corbin Martin. I thought one of them was hurt, but I guess not. It's hard enough having 2 guys with the same name on your team, let alone them being both bullpen pitchers. Like if there was one that was an outfielder and one that was a pitcher, that would be a lot easier to keep track of. But they're just these nondescript, like young white guys who look the exact same in a Cubs hat. So I don't know which one I'm looking at. So one of the Martins finished it off yesterday, but you had a big leads, but that is not normally what you would thought was going to happen on May the 3rd, where you'd have a guy named Corbin Martin. Like nobody ever even heard of this guy unless you follow the minor leagues closely or the the fringes of the major leagues. Yeah, so it's I mean, whew, I'm surprised it's going this well given all the injuries. I didn't even mention Kate Horton yet. I mean, that's a huge loss. And so you got to wonder, well, what are they going to do? I mean, they're going to need more pitching. I mean, this is a long season. It is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. They got to do something, though. They're going to need more pitching. You got Ray out there, you got some Assad, but, and I mean, do you really trust that, you know, against these playoff teams and on a big stage? And maybe Ray, I mean, they could do it. I mean, you just don't know what you're going to get. And it's not the most electric, exciting stuff. It's just very workable. But is it workable in that scenario? Is it going to be enough at the end of a game when you're clinging to a lead? Is this bullpen going to be enough? Has your starter given you a chance enough to stay in the game? I mean, I believe in these guys. I do. Even your number 5 starter of the 5th, like I believe in a Javier Assad. I believe in a Ray. I think they could do big things on a big stage. I really do. But you're gonna need more. You're just gonna need some big starts down the stretch. This division is not going to be easy to win. I think we win it. I think we've got a great chance to win it, but it might take a lot of wins to win it. I mean, 97, are we back in that 2015 world where they got 3 teams and everybody's coming, all the wild cards are coming out of the Central? I mean, that's what happened last year, so I don't want to hear it. Like in the National League, which is tougher, I think, than the American League, unless you're just looking at the AL East, who, by the way, only has 2 teams over 500 right now. And we're early. I get it. I'm not going to, you know, proclaim, you know, some sort of judgment here. But I will say that so far the Central has been beating up everybody else, and we haven't really even played each other yet. So now we're going to beat up on each other with the Reds. But as I said, I don't think they've had that strong a schedule. I have not looked into the other teams in the Central schedule as to whether they're above 500 levels are legitimate and where, you know, the nerdier sites project them in into the rest of the season. But certainly at this point of the season, nobody would have predicted exactly what's going on. The fact that the Cubs are so injured and sitting on top of one of the best records in baseball and the Central, it says to me that, you know, if they were to add, and they're going to need to, some pitching, I don't know if you need the bat. It'd be nice. I mean, you'd always take a bat, but where do they play? You're just kind of stacked from head to toe in that. And you got guys in the minors like Kevin Alcantara socking the cover off the ball. So if somebody were to get hurt, you certainly have a way to fill that gap. But the pitching, you got to worry about, and specifically starting pitching. But it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. And last year, Jed wanted to get that Edward Cabrera deal done so badly, but he couldn't do it. And he ended up doing it in the offseason, trading away Owen Casey. And you kind of needed it the year before. Now you got this Edward Cabrera who's going tonight, controllable pitching. Great. But you could have used it last year. Maybe you get past the Brewers at least. And with Edward Cabrera, maybe you even take it to 7 games with the Dodgers. I don't know. Brewers certainly didn't. I say certainly too much. I need to strike that word from my vocabulary. But, oh, look at that big deer. He's acting weird. He's smelling his own foot. What's that deer doing? Weird. Anyway, this video is almost over. They cut you off at 10 minutes. Otherwise, I'd probably talk to you all morning. I don't know. Go Cubs. I mean, we're sitting pretty. It's a very competitive situation in the Central, and we're going to start it off tonight. I really do think this team has what it takes, and you might have to trade off somebody like a Kevin Alcantara to get the extra push you need from the pitching standpoint. I think that's my overall point. You just might need to still do something. But go us. We're awesome.